We have a real elegant spread before us tonight for Restaurant Corner, compliments of Lynmar Brock and his brother Charles Brock, who have just opened up a new restaurant on the green in ancient historical Newcastle called Newcastle Inn. And they're here to show us some of their delicacies. Lynmar, Charles, welcome.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Lynmar, would you say that your restaurant gives special detail to reflect the colonial style and the whole feeling of Newcastle, of historical Newcastle, and perhaps do you try to tie in some of the colonial dishes that were perhaps featured during that time?
Yes, we do. Newcastle is, of course, one of Delaware's oldest towns, and it has a wonderful tradition, and we tried to reflect that in certainly the roast duck that we have here with the wild game sauce. We can get good items from around the Delaware Peninsula. Crab meat, of course, is a specialty. Oysters, mushrooms from Chester County in Pennsylvania. Of course, wonderful chicken. And so we've sat down and we've tried to combine those things so that we can offer those things that Delaware has best and enjoys most.
Now, these colonial dishes, where do you come up with your recipes, and have you done research into colonial recipes?
We sat down with certainly between Charlie and myself, and then some of our supervisors and managers, and try to come up with those items that we felt reflected the area. We've searched old cookbooks, we've put together our own ideas, and we've molded it using the ingredients of today to a recipe of 200 years ago to come up with, we think, something really special, really delicious.
Oh, really? Well, let's see some of the dishes that you brought along. I think they just look delicious from here. I'm looking forward to tasting them a little closer later on.
Well, let me point out we have a pâté maison, which is a country pâté that we make down there. It reflects a little the European influence, where they took the beef and the veal and liver and spices and a little heavy cream, a little cognac, put it together and bake it off, and we think that's kind of special with the Dijon mustard. The roast duck certainly is an item that has been particularly popular with the game sauce and a pecan rice. It would reflect the trade that Newcastle engaged in, and in fact one of the reasons why we have that on the menu is that the great-great-grandfather Charlie and myself was a sea captain, and he lived in Newcastle, and he traded in China, and we felt that yes, we should certainly have an item that had a China connection to reflect this seafaring heritage of Newcastle.
Delightfully garnished.
But, we serve fresh vegetables whenever we can get them, broccoli, the carrots, the French-cut string beans. We serve it to the table and give the customer as much or as little as they want. Some people like a lot of vegetables, and some people not so much.
Right.
So we think that's nice.
Very thoughtful.
The crab meat sautéed, the back fin crab meat in butter and cream, and then we add the mushrooms that we get down from Kennett Square and put it in the ramekin and then in the broiler, and it's also been one of the most popular items that we've had down here. People in Delaware like and know good crab, and so that we've tried to be generous in our offerings using crab.
Well, I'm a crab meat fan myself.
We recommend it.
Okay. May I take a taste of that?
Yeah, you sure may.
Thank you. It's my favorite part of the show.
Is that all right? Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. We have a beef Wellington that the chef makes down there, and that's kind of unusual. It's a little bit tasty, and we think that that's a change from many of the beef dishes. We offer beef, certainly, roast beef and filet, but for those that prefer that. But we bake our own breads down there.
Oh, very nice.
And that's been nice. As far as they're wonderful. The chocolate mousse, I think, is a favorite of us all. The carrot cake, certainly. That's
Are you offering? Well,
again.
What the heck?
That's a Williamsburg rum cream pie. And we serve all the desserts with a bowl of whipped cream so that Yes.
I wanted to make sure.
I would have to say that that's one of our favorites.
I can see why.
We researched that one first, most, and always. So that,
Very tasty.
We agree.
What is this item over here? We're going to bring this on.
Well, this is a...
Let's tilt this.
Okay. This is a Dutch speculoos cookie, and it's made from a cookie board that we have, and it comes from a recipe of friends of ours from Holland. It's an original family recipe from the Netherlands.
I see.
And so certainly around the holidays we bake it off from the mold and offer it out to family and friends. And on the table we give to every customer at the end of the meal some of the miniature speculoos cookies, so that they might have an appreciation and awareness of the fact that the Dutch were the original settlers in Newcastle.
That's right.
So.
Well, Charles, very, very nice. You know, you've been kind enough to come along and tell us a little bit about your restaurant. I know you have banquet facilities also, and separate from the restaurant facilities, and you also are involved in some other restaurant establishments, the Fox and the Delaware Trust Building, and you also are involved at Winterthur Museum.
Yes, we run the food service facilities at Winterthur. So it's a wonderful spot. Delaware is indeed fortunate to have such a facility as Winterthur.
Yes, and we've featured it on prior shows.
Good.
Well, I want to tell the viewers that Charles and Lynmar Brock have been kind enough to contribute dinner for two, actually a $25 gift certificate to be applied against dinner for two, to the viewers. And also another giveaway for tonight is going to be 2 tickets for the Delaware Theater Company's production of The Little Hut. Now, the question for the giveaway tonight is, name the distinguished skating club which sponsors Focus Delaware and which is holding the Eastern Figure Skating Championships this week. Of course, we had that on our show last week. And to the 5th caller who knows the answer to the question will get 2 tickets to The Little Hut, and the 10th caller will get 2 dinners at the Newcastle Inn. Gift certificate for $25. And the number is 652-4424. Again, the number is 652-4424. The 5th caller will get the tickets for The Little Hut, Delaware Theater Company's production. And then the 10th caller will have a $25 gift certificate to be applied for dinner for 2 at this fine restaurant, the Newcastle Inn. And Lynmar and Charles be there to welcome you as you come. And I'm looking forward to coming down in the near future.
Like that, yeah.
Great. Well, we'll be back with more of Focus Delaware right after these messages, so stick around and we'll announce who the winners are, and we have much, much more. Don't go away. I'm looking forward to spending the evening with you.